Hi, my name is Melinda, and in this video I'm going to show you how to connect lines in Digital Scrapbook Artist so that you can color fill them. I'd like to thank Gigi Russell for asking this question. If you go to the top of your screen and you click on your pencil, and let's just say you draw a shape by holding down the left mouse button and you just connect it to the end. Once you've done that, if you click on Select to turn off your pencil and click back on your image, you can send transparency to the front and you can color fill it. So that's pretty easy. That's by doing it by not letting go. So I'm just going to click on this and I'm going to delete that. But what would happen if you have two lines and they're in a curve formation? For example, I'm going to click on the pencil, I'm going to draw a curve, I'm going to draw another curve. And I'm just going to click on Select to turn off my pencil. Now let's just say I came across this image and this is how it was originally, and I actually wanted to connect this line over here and this line over here. I could go to the pencil and I could then just start at one end and start drawing, and I could go over here and start at one end and start drawing as well. Now it looks fine if I click on the select button to turn off the pencil and then select everything. If I wanted to thicken my line or thin my line out a bit, I could do that. Not a problem at all. However, if I want to go to color fill, I'm going to send this to the front and now color it yellow, you're going to see it looks really weird. So that would not be a good way of doing this. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to undo this so that we've got back to our two curves. I'm going to show you the right way to do it. All you need to do is click once on any line so that you've got your little boxes around it, and then you click on the pencil at the top of the screen. When you do that, what happens is all of the nodes are made available to you and the line is now ready to edit. Now it may be really hard to see in this video, but on my screen I have over here a tiny green box. Over here I have a tiny red box. The green box is when this line was created. I held down my left mouse button at that point, and then I drew it and I let go of my left mouse button, and that was the ending point. So green is starting, red is ending, and anything in between are just nodes that create part of the line. Alright, so now that you know that, I've got this image selected, I've got my pencil activated. I'll just click on any node. There's only two anyway that I can see, the ending. And I'm just going to start drawing to the next section. Once I've done that, I'm going to hold down once my Tab button on my keyboard, and when I do that you're going to see that it now switches to the next line. So now I'm just going to start with that node and I'm going to go over here and connect it. So by holding down the tab once, just one quick click, I deactivate the last line and I reactivate the next one. So again, if I hold down the tab key, this one gets activated and then this one. Next, I'm just going to click on Select. I'm going to draw an imaginary box around both of my lines, and this time go to the top of the screen, click on Tools, and then click on Join Curves. Now, if I decide that I want to color fill this image, you can see that it color fills beautifully. That's because the Join Curve feature only works with two lines. It will not work if you have a whole bunch of lines. Now let me show you what I mean. If I now had on screen 4 random lines, let's just make another one over here and another one here. And let's just say I wanted to connect these lines so that actually the whole thing fills with color. I would do basically the same thing I just did. I would click on the first line and then click on the pencil so that I can see the nodes, and then I would start drawing. Click once on my tab key and then draw the next node to this one. Click on my tab key again so I can see the nodes, and this time I'm just going to draw this one over here, and then click on my tab key one more time and I can just see the nodes and I can connect it over here. If I now click on Select and draw an imaginary box around this image, go to Tools, you're going to see that Join Curves has been grayed out. That means I can't use it. I know that there's another join feature, so if I go to Arrange and try that join feature, you're going to see that's grayed out as well. Anytime it is grayed out, it means it's not activated. You cannot use that feature. If it's black, you can definitely use it. So the reason for this is in Digital Scrapbook Artist, you can only join 2 lines at the same time. You can't join 4 lines or 5 lines or 6 lines together. I don't know why they did it that way, but that's how it's done. So let me just show you what these each lines look like individually. The first one is red. I'm going to leave that red. The second one, I'm going to change the color, so I've got the outline to the front, and I'm just going to change that to blue. Let's click on the next line. And just to distinguish it, let's also change the color. Let's make that one, see, orange would be a little bit better. And let's just click on the very last line and let's give that a color as well. So now you can see where each of my 4 lines are on screen. In order for this feature to work in Digital Scrapbook Artist so that I can now join all 4 of my lines together, I'm going to have to select 2 lines first. So to do that, I can see that I've got a red line here and a blue line here. I'm going to just make sure select is selected, and just starting outside of here, I'm just going to start selecting everything. But if you notice right in this section over here, I haven't selected that area because I don't want to select that line. So now what I've done is I've selected the blue line and the red line. Now if I go to Tools, you can see that Join Curves is active again. If I click on it once, you'll see that my red line now becomes the blue line because this is now 1 line and no longer 2. Now I need to do the same thing for these 2 lines at the bottom. So I'm just going to hold down my left mouse button and just draw an imaginary box around just those 2 lines. Once I've done that, I'm going to go to Tools and I'm going to click on Join Curves. And now you're going to see that instead of having 2 different colors, it's now 1 color. Now that I have 1 line here and 1 line here, I can easily select both of my lines, go to the top of the screen, click on Tools, Join Curves, and now you can see that I have 1 colored line, which means this is just 1 continuous line. If I click on this, and if I send color fill to the front and color fill it yellow or blue or red or green or any other color I want, you're going to notice that this file is now the way that I need it to be. This is how you have to join a number of different lines in Digital Scrapbook Artist. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email address is lovemyzombie@yahoo.ca, and I would like to thank Gigi Russell again for asking this question.